If everybody please rise for the pledge. If everybody please rise for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Good evening. Agenda: Town of Marlborough Planning Board, April 20th, 2026, regular meeting, 7 p.m. We're going to approve the minutes for April 6th, 2026. We have a preliminary conference, which we already had. Public hearing for Katrina Nason, 99 Peach Lane. Applicant is seeking a two-lot subdivision. We have Mitchell M. and Company, 1559 Route 9W. Marlborough, applicant is seeking a 6-lot subdivision. We have Nostrano Vineyards, 14 Galilee Lane, Milton. Applicant is seeking approval for events on existing agricultural property. And we have an ongoing application review for the Highland Solar. I would like to amend the agenda. If I can have a motion, I'd like to move Highland Solar up just above Nostrano Vineyards. Can I have a second? Good. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. I have a motion for the approval of the minutes of April 6, 2026. Joe?
Second.
By Fred? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Wonderful. Katrina Nason, please. Katrina Nason, please. And while you're coming up, I'm just going to read this. I asked because we have cords, so everybody's on microphone. If you'd like to speak during the public hearing, please come around and come up this way. This meeting tonight is for the conduct of town business by the planning board. The public is invited to participate at items marked on the agenda public hearing. During that segment of the meeting, if you have a question or comment for the chairman and the board, please raise your hand and wait to be acknowledged. Please state your full name and limit your remarks to 3 minutes. Thank you for your anticipated cooperation. Want to give a little brief?
Is this on?
It's on. No, it was on. There
Is it on now? Okay.
It was on.
Good evening, Chairman, members of the board. My name is Chris Terizzi, engineer, representing Ms. Nason, owner of 99 Peach Lane. The subject parcel is a 23-acre lot, which resulted from a 4-lot subdivision that was completed in 2021. We're now proposing a 2-lot subdivision of the parcel. It's in the RAG 1 zone and surrounded practically surrounded by active agriculture. We're proposing a two single-family homes served by on-site septics and wells and a common driveway. We have preliminary approval from the health department for the septics and wells. The driveway location was okayed by the highway superintendent. A SWIP including erosion and sediment controls during construction was submitted for review. And we're here for a public hearing.
Okay. Pat, you want to run through your comments real quick?
Ulster County Health Department has identified that a conditional final approval for the septics. They are awaiting final approval and this board addressing the State Environmental Quality Review Act, and any substantive comments from the public hearing should be addressed by the applicant's representative.
Okay. So we'll do the secret negative declaration first and notice of determination of non-significance. Whereas the Town of Marlborough Planning Board is designated as lead agency under the State Environmental Quality Review Act, (SECRA), for purposes among those others issuance of determination of significance with respect to the project and set of actions identified hereon. Whereas Katrina Nason applied to the Town Planning Board for pursuant to Marlborough Code Town 134-9 to subdivide 2 lots of parcels located at 99 Peach Lane, Milton, which property is further identified as tax parcel number 95-4-313-210. Whereas this determination of non-significance negative declaration is prepared in accordance with Article 8 of the Environmental Conservation Law. Jen, will you pull the board? Yes. Yes.
Absent.
Member Lozero.
Yes.
Member Fowler.
Yes.
Member Trunzolino.
Yes.
Member Lamella.
Yes.
Member Fazio.
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
And now legal notice, subdivision application. Please take notice. A public hearing will be held at the Marlborough Planning Board pursuant to the State Environmental Quality Review Act, SECRA, and Town of Marlborough Town Code, April 20th, 2026, for the following application, Nason two-lot subdivision, at the Town Hall, 21 Milton Turnpike, Milton, New York, at 7 p.m. or soon thereafter. As may be heard, the applicant is seeking approval for a two-lot subdivision for property located at 99 Peach Lane, Milton, New York, 12547, Section 95-4, Block 3, Lot 13.210. Any interested parties, either for or against this proposal, will have an opportunity to be heard at this time. Documents and materials submitted in connection with this application can be viewed at the Marlborough, Town of Marlborough website, agendas under minutes. Stephen Jennison, Town of Marlborough Planning Board Chairman. I ask this time, is there anybody here for comments on this application? Please state your name.
Hello, my name is Gus Stavroulakis. I'm here speaking on behalf of my mother, Maria Filakos, who lives on... Gus Stavroulakis, Stavroulakis. And I'm speaking on behalf of my mother, Maria Filakos. And so I want to make the board aware of some issues that we're having on her property where it's improper drainage and it's causing flooding on my mother's property and causing backup and further issues along with flooding in the property. So within the approval, just want to keep you guys aware of those issues. We have documentation as far as the flooding that's happening in that area that we can show as well.
Can you show us where you are, where your mom is, and where?
So,
Sorry about that. Jen? Oh, okay, there we go.
so right where you see the pond, the lake,
Yeah.
that little area, just I guess just left of that, or left of that. So further down, right where the cursor pretty much would be, just further closer to the road down.
So where the pointer is right now?
Correct.
Gotcha.
Correct.
And that's your mother's property?
Correct.
Okay. And that's your mother's property?
Correct.
Yeah,
Water flow from your mother's property to their property?
Correct. So it flows down. I guess I'm not sure if that's east or west, but further down that area.
So you're going south, it's the brick house, the
Your
one-story brick
property,
house?
your property's up gradient of this property.
Say that one more time?
It's uphill. This property drains from, the property you're mentioning drains down to the pond in a northerly direction, across the proposed driveway and continues north. But
Correct.
You're uphill of any improvements.
Correct.
on this. You're uphill of any, you just want to.
Correct.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Anybody else? Yes, ma'am. Anybody else? Yes, ma'am. Just state your name, and if it's long last name, please spell it for the stenographer. Long last name, please spell it for the stenographer.
Good evening, my name is Bridget Supernova, BRIGETTESUPERNOVA. And I'm here to speak on the issues about the subdivision permit on Peach Lane, and as well as the entertainment permit that is also filed for the same address. The Town of Marlborough Comprehensive Plan, which has been drafted, I believe, in 2017. If there's a newer version, I'm not aware of it. Sorry, right here. It directs the town to preserve agricultural land, avoid piecemeal residential development, and to focus commercial development along right. Oh, sorry. I didn't know you 2 minutes. Oh, sorry. I can also email you my documents afterwards if you would like. Just start over. The Town of Marlborough Comprehensive Plan directs the town to preserve agricultural land, avoid piecemeal residential development, and focus commercial development along the 9W corridor. The Town of Marlborough Code, Chapter 134, including Sections 4-4-9 and -15, they require that subdivisions be consistent with orderly development, compatible with surrounding properties, and that the land be suitable for development for proper drainage and without damage or danger of flooding. I also have the same issue with the flooding. Furthermore, in the town of Marlborough's Phase 2 Cultural Resource Survey, which was done in the report, which was released in 2023, it identifies Peach Lane corridor, including my home at 132 Peach Lane, which was built in 1870, and the farmer's home built also over 100 years ago, address at 139 Peach Lane, although I don't speak for them. That's just to note that those are both New York State historical recognized structures. They also fit within the Cultural Resources Survey Plan report and their suggestions to maintain and to preserve the historic value and the agricultural nature of our community. And it actually, the report cites Peach Lane or Peach Road as one of the cultural heritage corridors. Meet Me in Marlborough and the Conservation Conservation Advisory Committee. Those reports also further recognize the importance of preserving the town's agricultural character, environmental integrity, and rural landscape. All of these documents point to the same conclusion, that Peach Lane is an agricultural and historic corridor, and commercial or high-intensity development is directed more toward the town, inward toward the town, or along the 9W corridor. Furthermore, State Environmental Quality Review Act, Part 617, requires environmental review, which must be completed before any approvals, and impact to historic resources and structures, environmental conditions, drainage, traffic, should I finish this?
Thank you.
Okay. Traffic and surrounding properties must be fully evaluated. There has been flooding in my property. I'll submit documentation to that. The highway department and the local farmer, who I'm not here to represent, they, to the best of my knowledge, both paid to have those repairs made, and they were caused by a collapsed drainage pipe under the road. And I think that increased traffic would make that issue happen again. Separately, an entertainment permit has been filed with the property, but it's not disclosed in the subdivision application. That's currently before the board.
Okay, that's not, that has nothing to do with us. That's not,
They go hand in hand because because if they're going to have an entertainment permit, we need to know what it's for. If it has environmental implications such as agriculture, farm animals, things of that nature, and with the flooding in the area, that does affect the land around us. So anyway, I think that should also be examined.
can you point out where you're at on this map? Can you point out where you're at on this map? Can you point out where you're at on this map?
I'm across the street from them. If you do Google GPS search, it's 132 Peach Lane. GPS search is 132 Peach Lane. No. It's 132 Peach Lane.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. Okay.
So, and if I may, I'll
Thank
just
you very
follow up
much.
with my citations, and I'll email those to you if I may.
That'd be great.
Okay.
Just give them to Jen, please. Great. Okay. Just give them to Jen, please. Okay.
So I would like to add to this too. Is my thing on? Okay. So my preliminary statement is we just went through the environmental aspects, and the reason we did that is that in the state for subdivisions, the board needs to conclude the environmental review before having the public hearing. But anything that comes up in this public hearing that changes or adds to the secret determination, we can go back and amend the negative declaration, and that can be appropriate if there's information that the board hasn't yet considered. The flooding is something the board has looked at before.
Yes.
And I think found that flooding was occurring some cause up above this parcel. So the board has looked at that, but as far as this event permit, I think that could become relevant. And the reason I think that is I've not heard anything about this, and maybe the applicant can speak to this as well. But when there's more than one piece, as far as seeker goes, that makes up one action, all pieces of the action have to be considered for the seeker review, otherwise there's a risk of segmentation. So I would say that is potentially a relevant piece. The third thing that I'll say is, usually in public hearings, it's not really a question and answer kind of thing. It's just to hear from the public and things for the board to consider. But I would say that if there's new information coming before the board at this public hearing, you don't need to feel like seeker is closed and completed, and there's an opportunity to add or change if you'd like.
Okay. So anyway, we're going to continue on with the public hearing first.
Sure.
Unless you want to hear, okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Do you have a response?
I was just going to say, I'm not aware of the event permit or whatever that is that was mentioned.
Perhaps some additional information. That'd be great, thank you.
Yes.
Hi, I'm the owner of the
Yep.
property.
Yeah.
There is no,
Hold on. Just a second, 1 second. Hold on. Just state your name. Up at the thing. There you go.
here,
Yep.
Katrina Nason, AKA Katrina Saltonacci.
Okay.
There is no event permit that I've ever put in for anything on this property, only the two-lot subdivision. So I have no idea where that is coming from. I don't know what kind of events you think I'd have on two residential building lots.
I'm not going to speculate, it's on the town records, I will email it appropriately, and they can examine that if you like.
Great, because I've never put one in.
We'll take a look.
Yeah, we're having a back and forth. Thank you very much. We're having a back and forth. Thank you very much. Okay? Is there anybody else? Is there anybody else? Is there anybody else? Is there anybody else? I have a motion to... I have a motion. Okay. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Joe? Any further discussion? Any further discussion?
Is
All
there
in
anything
favor?
the board would like more information on before it decides, makes any kind of determination? I think this could be a relevant piece if the board would like to
Can you
hold
approach
over.
us? Can you approach, please? Can you approach us? Can you approach, please? So we've closed the public hearing, and we have 62 days to make a determination. We're going to take, if you'll please get that into the office, ma'am. Okay? And we'll take a look at it and see if it's relevant, and then we will let you know when we'll put you back on the agenda. But we have to do this within 62 days. Okay?
Okay.
So that's where we're at. We're going to leave it at that. But the public hearing is closed. Mitchell M. and Company. Would you?
Yep, me again. Chris Terizzi again, representing Marlborough 2025 LLC, AKA Mitchell M. and Company, owner of 1559 Route 9W. It's an 11-acre parcel in the RAG 1 zone, for which we're proposing a 6-lot subdivision. We're proposing 5 new single-family homes to be proposed by a new private road intersecting with 9W on the west side, approximately 200 feet south of Hillside Drive. We have preliminary approval by the Health Department for individual septics and wells, as well as preliminary approval by the DOT for the location of the private road on 9W. SWIP has been submitted for review that includes erosion and sediment controls and post-construction stormwater management practices. And again, we're here for a public hearing.
Okay, Pat? Okay, Pat?
Again, the applicant before the board for a public hearing, and such comments should be addressed. We have completed a review of the stormwater pollution prevention plan. We have minor technical comments that can be addressed by the applicant's representative. Private road access and maintenance agreements will be required to be approved by the planning board's attorney prior to stamping the plans, and in addition to each security for the construction of the private roadway and stormwater facilities. The Ulster County Health Department approval was just addressed. They are waiting final approval from this board. Jurisdictional Fire Department has signed off on the plans, and the final permit, stage 3 permit from DOT should be a requirement of any approval prior to stamping the plans. We have an indication from DOT that they are ready to issue that, but they need to sign off on the procedure and the project approval. DOT typically requires their contractor and insurance to be in place prior to issuing that final approval. So there's some procedural issues outstanding, but otherwise they've addressed their previous comments.
Okay. So we'll go into full environmental assessment form, Part 3, evaluation of magnitude and importance of project's importance and determination of significance. Part 3 provides, I'm not going to go through that. Reasons supporting this determination to complete this section, identify the impacts based on Part 2 responses and describe the magnitude. Magnitude considered factors such as severity, size, and extent of an impact. We assess the importance of impact. Importance relates to the geographical scope, duration, probability of impact, occurring number of people affected by the impact, and any additional environmental consequences if the impact were to occur. The assessment should take into consideration any design elements or project changes. Attached additional sheet needed. So we have it as an unlisted action. And we've reviewed part. Yeah. We did. Mm-hmm.
Just speak to the areas where there were have the connection that there could be small impacts, and just discuss why those would be either negligible, no impacts, or small impacts, and those were the areas of impact on land, impact on groundwater, impact on plants and animals, and I believe energy, impact on energy, and for the reasons that Pat discussed, when going through part 2, all of those subcategories, in those categories, demonstrate that there would be no or small impact from this act. So if you'd like, after considering both the EAF part 3 form and narrative, the board can vote to adopt the findings of the projects.
So based on the analysis hereon, the findings contained in the FEAF Part 2, the application materials and evaluation report of the town consultant, the proposed action will not create any significant adverse environmental impacts, and a negative declaration is warranted under secret. Go ahead, Bobby.
Did the DOT make any recommendation about turning lanes, north or south? Nothing. Nothing. Wow, okay.
So now we're going to adopt the negative declaration. So can I have a motion to adopt the Part 3 and findings? Motion?
I'll second.
Second? Any discussion? Second. All in favor? Opposed? Motion carried. So we have Town of Marlborough Planning Board seeking a negative declaration, notice of determination of non-significance, whereas the Town Planning Board has been designated as lead agency under State Environmental Quality Review Act, SECRA, for purposes among other things, issuance of determination of significance in respect to the project, and set of actions identified hereon. Whereas Christopher Terezi, P.E., the applicant on behalf of Mitchell M. Company, applied to the Town of Marlborough Planning Board for pursuant to the Marlborough Town Code 135-9 to subdivide into 6 lots an 11.7 acre parcel of land located in R Ag 1 zoning, District of 1559 Route 9W Marlborough, which property is further identified as tax parcel number 103.3-4-44. And determination of non-significance negative declaration is prepared in accordance with Article 8 of the Environmental Conservation Law. Jen, will you poll the board? Yes. Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Okay. I'm looking for the public notice, Jen. Looking for the public notice, Jen. Legal notice? Legal notice? Huh? No. No. Stand by. Stand by. Got it. Found it. Okay. Legal notice, subdivision application, please take notice. A public hearing will be held by the Marlborough Planning Board pursuant to the Town of Marlborough Code 134-9 on Monday, April 20th, 2026, for the following application, Mitchell M. and Company subdivision, at the Town Hall, 21 Milton Turnpike, Milton, New York, at 7 p.m. or soon thereafter, as may be heard. The applicant is seeking approval for a 6-lot subdivision for property located at 1559 Route 9W Marlborough, Section 103.3, Block 4, Lot 44. Any interested parties, either for or against this proposal, will have an opportunity to be heard at this time. Stephen Jennison, Town of Marlborough Planning Board Chairman. Is there anybody here to speak on? Would like to comment on this? Would like to comment on this? Is there anybody here that would like to speak on this? Is there anybody here that would like to speak on this? One more time. Is there anybody here who would like to speak on this?
Make a motion to close the public hearing?
We have a motion, and we have a second. Any discussion? We have a second. Any discussion? All in favor? Opposed? All in favor? Motion carried. Opposed? Motion carried. So now we will consider adoption. We will consider adoption. I won't mess.
Do this, but could you just make sure to read out all the conditions when you go through?
I will,
Thank you.
as soon as I find out. I will, as soon as I find out.
You got a copy for him? You got a copy for him? She's got a copy for you.
There we go. I got
I
it.
think he found it.
No, this is secret. I got it. No, this is secret.
He'll take that copy. He'll take that copy.
I found it. Resolution of approval by the Town of Marlborough Planning Board. Whereas Christopher Terezi, P.E., applicant on behalf of Mitchell M. and Company Incorporated, the owner applied to the Town of Marlborough Planning Board for approval pursuant to the Marlborough Town Code 134-9 to subdivide into 6 lots an 11.7 acre parcel of land located in R Ag 1 zoning district at 1559 Route 9W Marlborough, New York, which property is further identified as tax parcel number 103.3444, the property. And therefore it be resolved that the Town of Planning Board, Marlborough, approves the proposed 6-lot subdivision and authorizes the chairman of the planning board to carry out appropriate completion of the 6-lot process upon the following conditions: payment of all municipal fees and consultant expenses of the planning board, payment of recreation fees in accordance with 134-30 of the town code, final Ulster County Department of Health approval of subsurface sanitary sewer disposal systems, execution of an access maintenance agreement for private roadway to be submitted to the planning board attorney for review and approval, execution and recording of stormwater facilities maintenance agreement between the applicant and the town of Marlborough in form and substance approved by the planning board attorney, the delivery of performance security securing the completion of the approved stormwater management facilities and erosion and sediment control facilities, delivering of securing the construction of private roadway in a form and amount approved by the planning board attorney pursuant to code 130-5, final New York State DOT permit approval. Would you poll the board? Would you poll the board? Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Subdivision recreation fee findings. The Town of Marlborough Planning Board. Whereas the Planning Board has reviewed a subdivision application known as Mitchell M. & Company with respect to real property located at 1559 Route 9W in the Town of Marlborough, Member Callow offered the following resolution, which was recorded by Member Bozzo, seconded by Bozzo. It is hereby resolved that the planning board makes the following findings pursuant to section 277-4 of town law, based on the present and anticipated future needs of the park and recreation opportunities in the town of Marlborough, and to which the future population of the subdivision will contribute. Parkland should be created as a condition approval of this subdivision. However, a suitable park of adequate size to meet the above requirements cannot be properly located within the proposed project site. Accordingly, it is appropriate that in lieu of providing parkland, the project sponsor renders to the town payment of a recreation fee to be determined in accordance with the prevailing schedule established for that proposed by the town of Marlborough. This approval subdivision, known as Mitchell M. & Company, resulted in 5 lots for a total of $10,000 in recreation fees, whereupon the following vote was taken. Chairman Jennison, yes. Bozzo? Yes.
Yes.
Callow?
Yes.
Lamella?
Yes.
Lamella, Lanzetta absent. LaFaro? Tronsolito? Approved. You're done on this. Approved.
Thank you.
Okay. You're done on this. Thank you. Okay. Highland Solar. How are you this evening? Wonderful. How are you this evening? If you can just state your name to the stenographer. Go ahead, tell us what you're doing tonight.
We are just looking to get an extension. We plan on fully moving forward with the project. Just want to give a little buffer time. We're still finalizing some construction bids for the project, so we just want to make sure that we get this extension fee happen there. And there's been no material changes since last year, and we don't plan on having any material changes between now and seeking the summer.
Okay. Pat, you have anything? Okay. Hannah, do you have anything?
We just did a very similar extension for a couple other applications, so it's basically the same procedure. We have a site plan and a special use permit, so I have the date the maps were signed, which constitutes final approval, as August 18th, 2025. So they're well within the 1 year. I assume no construction has taken place, so they've done a good job. They're preemptive, and I would say based on code section 15531K, the site plan can be extended for 3 one-year periods, so I would suggest to the board that it could extend the 1-year start period for 1 year. That would put it at August 18, 2026, which would bump out the final date, unless of course they received 2 further extensions, to 2030, isn't it? Oh, no.
So I think they're only looking for 1 year.
Yeah.
We could probably just extend it till 2027.
Right, but I mean, does that mean the corollary is that the completed date also is bumped out by 1 year? And then for the special use permit, bump that out 1 year as well for the start. So that puts both at August 18th, 2026.
Okay. Planning Board, Town of Marlborough, resolution grant extension of application of Highland 201 Solar LLC for extension of site plan and special permit approval. Member LaFaro offered the following resolution, which was seconded by Member Callow, who moved for its adoption. Whereas on January 6, 2025, the Town of Marlborough Planning Board granted the application of Highland 201 Solar LLC on behalf of Organic Valley LLC for a site plan and special use permit approvals for a project known as Highland 201 Solar at 206 Milton Turnpike in the Town of Marlborough, New York, tax parcel numbers 95-4-3-7210, 95.437-110, and 95.43722 for the use of ground-mounted large-scale solar energy systems pursuant to Section 155-32.2b of the Code of Town of Marlborough. Whereas the site improvements associated with this project are shown on the site plan prepared by Langen Engineer Environmental Surveying, Landscaping, Architectural, and Geologically, TPC, dated August 30th, 2024, and bearing the latest revision date of November 15th, 2024. Whereas the Planning Board at its meeting on January 6, 2025, granted conditional approval, site plan, and special use permit approval. Whereas on August 18, 2025, the chairman signed the final site plan maps, which constitute a final site plan and special permit and approval. Whereas on April 8, 2026, the applicant requested extension of a special permit and site plan approval for this project. Whereas pursuant to the Town of Marlborough Code 155-31K, site plan approval shall be void if construction is not started within 1 year and completed within 4 years of the date of final plan approval. However, the Planning Board may grant up to 3 additional periods for 1 year each. Whereas therefore Code 155-31K requires the construction be started by August 18, 2026 and completed by August 18, 2029, but allows the Planning Board to extend each deadline for 3 additional years for periods of 1 year each. Whereas pursuant to Code 155-32L, special permit approval shall be void if the construction is not started within 1 year and completed within 2 years of the date of the final site plan approval, but the Planning Board may renew approval up to 2 additional periods of 1 year each. Whereas, therefore, Code 155-32L requires the construction be started by August 18, 2026 and completed by August 18, 2027, but allows the Planning Board to extend each deadline for up to 2 additional years at 1 year each. Therefore, be it resolved that the Planning Board grants an extension of site plan approval for 1 year pursuant to Code 155-31K, and site plan approval will now expire if the construction is not started by August 18, 2027 and completed by August 18, 2030, unless additional extensions are requested and granted. Be it further resolved that the Planning Board grants an extension of special permit approval for 1 year pursuant to Code 155-32L, and special permit approval will now expire if construction is not started by August 18, 2027, and completed by August 18, 2028, unless an additional extension is requested and granted. Be it further resolved that all conditions of the site plan and special permit approval of January 6, 2025 remain in full force and effect. Be it further resolved that the extension described hereon are conditioned upon the following: the applicant payment of all fees and costs incurred by the town of Marlborough in relation to this extension. Jen, will you poll the board? Yes.
Member Callow.
Yes.
Member Lanzetta.
Yes.
Member LaFaro. Yes. Member Transalito. Member Lamella.
Yes.
Member Baza.
Yes. Yes.
You're done. You're welcome. You're done. You're welcome. You're welcome. Nostrano Farm Vineyards. Nostrano Farm. Mr. Bazzo?
I'm going to recuse myself at this time. I'm the owner of Nostrano Vineyards.
Thank you very much.
The owner of
Mr.
Nostrano
Bazzo,
Vineyards.
happy birthday again. Mr. Bazzo, happy birthday again. Okay. Hello, Mrs. Brooks. How are you tonight? Hello, Mrs. Brooks. How are you tonight?
I'm well, thank you.
Wonderful. You want us go over your project real quick?
The certified mailings?
Yeah, just talk about your project first.
Okay.
Yeah, just talk about your project.
We are here this evening to review the application of Nostrano Farms for, for hosting events. We are looking to host a maximum of 25 events yearly, such as weddings, parties, and family reunions. We've been before the board the last few months reviewing the application. We did receive confirmation from the Board of Health that they did not have any interest or opposition to the planning board being lead agent on the project. And we're here to answer any questions you may have.
Okay. Pat?
Yeah, again, the project's before the board for a public hearing. Any substantive comments should be addressed by the applicant's representative. My second comment discusses our circulation of lead agency, which was back on April 3rd. I did contact the health department, Tim Rose, and they identified they had no interest in serving as lead agency, and added that the health department does not ever take a lead agency for projects. So that box has been checked. They are the only other involved agency in the project.
Okay.
Planning board, we reviewed previously the site plans, the Part 1 and Part 2 EAF at the March planning board meeting.
Wonderful. So I'll entertain a motion to declare ourselves lead agency. I'll entertain a motion to declare ourselves lead agency. Who's making the motion? All right. Thanks, Joe. Motion. And then second? Bobby? And then second? Any discussion? All in favor? Any discussion? All in favor? Opposed? Motion carried. Opposed? So now we have to vote to refer the application to Ulster County Planning Board per GML 239-M. I have a motion.
I make that motion.
Callow. I have a motion.
I make that motion.
Callow. Second? Okay. Any discussion? All in favor? Opposed? All in favor? Motion carried. Opposed? All right, consider and adopt the short EAF Part 2. Hannah?
I think the board has already
Anna?
looked at these documents, but we just had to, the reason we had to wait is because we needed to declare lead agency.
Yes.
So you've seen these documents before, and you can just review, we reviewed them at the last meeting, and go ahead and adopt if you find those findings contained therein to be satisfactory. So that would be the next step.
All right, so applicant seeks site plan approval to host events on existing principally permitted agricultural property. No new construction is proposed. The event use will not impact critical environmental areas, historical places or sites, archaeological sites, threatened or endangered animals, or floodplains. There are existing wetlands or water bodies on the site, but the proposed action would not impact on or encroach into wetlands or water bodies. Therefore, there will be no impact on traffic or noise generated on the property, as the actual use of the property will not change from its current use. We will determine, based on the information analysis above and any supporting documentation, that the proposed action will not result in any significant adverse environmental impacts. Will I have a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Okay.
Second.
Any further discussion on this?
Second.
All right. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All those in favor? Motion carried. Opposed? Okay, and then we're going to consider and adopt the short form. That was the short form, EAF 3 right now. That was 3. Okay? So now we're consider and adopt the negative declaration. Town of Marlborough Planning Board, secret negative declaration and notice of determination of non-significance. Whereas the Town of Marlborough Planning Board has been designated as the lead agency under State Environmental Quality Review Act seeker for purposes of, among other things, issuance of the determination of significance with respect to the project and set actions identified hereon below. Whereas Nostrano Vineyards LLC, the owner and the applicant, applied to the Town of Marlborough Planning Board for a site plan approval pursuant to Marlborough Town Code 155-31B to hold events on existing agricultural property located at 14 Gala Lane, Milton, New York, 12547, which properties is further identified as tax parcel numbers 102.2624.100 and 102.2-626.510, the property. Whereas this determination of non-significance negative declaration is prepared in accordance with Article 8 of the Environmental Conservation Law SECRA and is implementing regulations set forth in 6 NYCRR Part 617. Jen, will you poll the board?
Chairman Jennison.
Yes.
Member Lanzetta. Member LaFaro. Member Callow.
Yes.
Member Transalito. Member Lamella.
Yes.
Member Bazo.
Absent. Okay. Moving right along. Legal notice, site plan application. Please take notice. A public hearing will be held by the Marlborough Planning Board pursuant to the Town of Marlborough Town Code 155-31 on Monday, April 20th, 2026 for the following application, Nostrano Vineyards LLC, at the Town Hall, 21 Milton Turnpike, Milton, New York, at 7 p.m. or as soon thereafter as may be heard. The applicant is seeking site plan approval to hold events on agricultural lands located at 14 Gala Lane, Milton, New York, 12547, Section 102.2, Block 6, Lot 24.100. Any interested parties, either for or against this proposal, will have an opportunity to be heard at this time. Stephen Jennison, Town of Marlborough Planning Board Chairman. Would anybody like to come up and comment?
My name's Rich Woods, W-O-D-S. Just want to say I appreciate the town's continued support for agritourism. I think it has a multiplying effect both on the economic and the quality of living. And if anybody is affected by Nostrano LLC, it's me. I live right across the street. I think it's a positive idea to encourage agritourism. As I said, it has a multiplying effect on the town, and I hope the town can continue to support it. It also has a effect on supporting farms, especially family farms in the town. And I appreciate that town board can, planning board can continue to support it. Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else? Anybody else? Anybody else? I thought I was going to hear from everybody tonight. I thought I was going to hear from everybody tonight.
Ridge Road. I love Nostrano. I've been to many events there and just casual Saturday afternoon or whatever. And, you know, I'm somebody who throws a big event, one single event in this town myself, and I know what goes into it and I know how hard it is. And I appreciate their infrastructure and the people who run it. And they just do a really good job. And I think they've made every possible consideration that you could have to have ongoing events there. And, you know, whether the town code is, you know, laws restrict. No, I'm not a big fan of them personally. So I just want to say that, you know, like Mr. Wood said, we should encourage more agritourism and what surrounds that, which is, you know, good places to eat, encourages people to visit, encourages people to buy here, keeps our taxes. My taxes really haven't moved since 2012, and you know, it was pretty bad then, but now it's like, not so bad, right? So I am 100% in favor of them just operating the way that they are and have been, and if they wanted to expand any other way, I certainly wouldn't be opposed to that either. So I'm with Mr. Woods and tons of other people in this room, you know, letting Nostrano be ours, theirs, everybody's. Thank you. Theirs.
Are you okay on the spelling of the name? Could you please can you please spell your name for the stenographer? Can you please spell your name for the stenographer? Okay.
Joseph Propelia, owner of Propelia Farms.
Can you spell that for her, please?
Porpiglia. I'm a local farmer, and farming is difficult these days. It's very much a struggle. The profits are dwindling, expenses are up, so it's very difficult to stay in business. So I want to support Nostrano Vineyard because they're a local farm. I live right across the street. They don't bother me at all. They have events. I love being there because I can go right across the street and have a glass of wine, and I think it's great for the town to have places to go, things to do. You know, it just brings in people from out of town to our town. Like Mr. Wood said, it's a trickle effect. You know, they leave Nostrano, they go down to town, go to a restaurant. So it's just great for the town, and I totally support them, and I think it's great for our community to continue to support farms in general because we need all the help we can get at the moment. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Good evening. Very short. My name is Danielle Broza. I'm here to offer my support and my husband's support to Nostrano Vineyards. I think it's regrettable that they have to be here. When the code is ambiguous or unpredictable, the burden falls on the very people who are trying to invest in and sustain Marlborough's agricultural identity. Farmers should not have to navigate uncertainty and expense just to engage in uses that everyone agrees has been part of the town's fabric forever. So I respectfully urge the town and its boards to take a step back and reconsider whether this entire process and the burden it has imposed on Marlborough farms like Nostrano's has served the community, or if it has unnecessarily harmed the very agricultural character it should be protected.
Anybody else? Anybody else? Anybody else? So at this time, I'm going to recommend that the board keep the public hearing open so we can hear what Ulster County might have comments to come back on. And they'll have 30 days, correct? And they'll have 30 days from when we send it to the Ulster County. And I believe their meeting is the first Wednesday of the month.
Yeah, they won't be meeting until May 6th. Your meeting is, of course, May 4th.
Right.
So we would hope that we would hear comments back from them by your 14 is the 18th?
18th, yes, correct. 18th. Well, we don't have a meeting that night. We don't have a meeting that night.
We don't have a meeting on what night? We don't have a meeting on what night?
There's only one.
There's one meeting in May, because this room is used for the budget vote for the school district.
Well, if, the only thing I can recommend in that event, if the board would really like to move forward with this project, you could move to have a special meeting, which is something that boards do all the time. If you'd like to go outside of the normal schedule, that's totally fine. You could schedule something for that following week, whatever is after the 6th, the week of the 11th, if you'd like to consider that. Won't we hear by May 6th?
The meeting for the Ulster County Planning Board is May 6th, and, I mean, we could call up there and see if we could, but get the response by the 11th.
Well, even our normal meeting, oh, you're saying we don't have a meeting at all on the 18th?
No, because the public, the school board vote is here.
Oh.
The school board vote.
Which
This
would
place
push
is,
us to
this
the-
whole area will be very busy.
I assume,
This whole area will be
I
very
mean, the
busy.
30-day mark from
we can't
tomorrow would
wait.
be the 21st?
Because this should have been sent to the Ulster County Planning Board last month if the board felt it needed to be sent.
Well, in that event, I would say we could set a special meeting for the 11th and contact county. I think they would, I'm sure they would be amenable to responding sooner than 30
Ms.
days?
Brooks can have some
Sooner than 30 days?
push with them, maybe?
I'm sure they would work with us. They're a very agreeable board.
Wouldn't May work, May 11th work for you? Wouldn't May 11th work for you? Okay. Let me look at my calendar here.
And if it's going to be a special meeting just for this application, if the board wants to hold it at a different time or whatever works best for the board, we would be accommodating to meet whatever.
So we could
best
hold
serves
it in
the-
late afternoon, right? We could
best
hold
serves
it in
the-
late
Okay.
afternoon.
Absolutely.
right? All right, so I think we'll go with May 11th as a special meeting. If we get the, and it's all, if we get the answer from the county. If we get the answer from the county. But why don't we just hold that as a place? Why don't we just hold it?
We'll properly notice it in any event.
Yes, we'll notice it for the 11th.
Yes, the
we'll
board
notice
should
it for
set the
11th.
time and place, and then move to set that special meeting.
Okay, hold on. I gotta look at another calendar. Hold on. Stand by. Stand by.
Mm.
Yeah, we'll have to leave it at 7 o'clock. Oh, is there a plan board? Oh, is there a plan board? Let's do 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Fine.
Okay. Let's do 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Fine. Yep.
Is that okay?
That's
2
fine.
o'clock? Is that okay?
That's fine.
2 o'clock?
It may be appropriate, I mean, to allow the public to be able to come to the meeting as much as they can. I assume people have jobs.
Okay. 6:30? Is that fine for you? Okay, so let's go 6:30.
6:30 on May 11th, that's a Monday, and the board can vote to set that special meeting.
Okay.
No, as we typically do.
Pat, do you put together the referral package, or do I put it together and give it to
I've
Jen?
I've done it already.
Okay, so you don't need anything additional from me, Hannah?
Nope.
So you don't need anything additional from me, Hannah?
Nope.
I would need extra people, you know.
Yeah, whatever you need, let me know first thing tomorrow. I'll get it to you right away so we can get it to the county as quickly as possible. I would appreciate it.
Okay.
I would appreciate it. So.
Anything else?
I think the board needs
Just
to
to vote.
move.
Anything else?
Yep.
to vote.
The board needs to
Well,
move.
we'll vote to have a special meeting, 6:30 at 11th, on the 11th of May. Can I have a motion for that? Okay, John, seconded by Bobby. All in favor? Opposed? Motion carried.
Yes, and the public hearing will be kept open
Will
until
be
that
kept
time.
open, yes?
Correct. Yep,
Will be
that's
kept
it.
open, yes? Okay.
Okay. There were 48 properties within the 500 feet. Subtracting out the landowners and the duplicates, 37 certified letters were mailed.
Thank you, Patty. Motion adjourned? Thank you, Patty.
I make the motion.
Second? All in favor? Second. Motion carried. Thank you. Motion carried. Thank you.